everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Ken's Cuts. Thanks so much for stopping by. In this episode, we've got a special order request that came in from a local customer of mine. He approached me last summer, was looking for some blanks to make tobacco smoking pipes out of. He hand carves everything, drills holes through the wood, and carves them out for smoking tobacco and other things. And he actually moonlights at a cigar shop / tobacco shop a couple of nights a week. And he was making these pipes last year. He came by and wanted to, talk about different woods. I showed him some different species. I sent him away with literally some free blanks of cherry, maple, and beech, from what I can remember. And he really likes working with the maple, and he really likes working with the cherry. And he said the beech is a little bit hard to hand carve, and it kind of, breaks and splinters off as you cut it because it's just the density of the wood. But anyway, 2 weeks ago, he reached out and sent me some pictures and little snippets on Facebook Messenger that he was hand carving something for his girlfriend / fiance. And when he told me what he was doing, he started with a blank of 1-inch square cherry. He cut a piece down and was hand carving a ring to make her a ring, and put a finish on it, an oil finish or a urethane finish. It's absolutely beautiful. And he said it was going to be her gift for Valentine's Day, and he was certain that she would cherish that any more than any store-bought ring. And, obviously there's not much money involved, but it's the time and the preparation and the care put into making something like that out of a chunk of wood. So he said, I've got another crazy idea. I said, what is that? He goes, it's another special order request, and I will gladly pay you. I said, well, what have you got in mind? He goes, I need some either cherry or maple 8 to 10 inch diameter logs cut down to blanks that he wants to hand carve and make cigar ashtrays out of wood. And he's going to use a high temperature sealer of some kind, and he wants to sell them in his boss's tobacco shop. I said, you want some cookies? He said, what the hell is a cookie? I said, that's what we call it in the woodhound industry. They're just blanks. And I said, what size? And he said, 8 to 10 inches in diameter, maybe 3 to 4 inches thick. So I said, all right, no problem. He goes, but this will be after Valentine's Day, early March, whenever you can get them made. So we've had some crazy weather, and it's a beautiful blue sky kind of day. Mild winds. It's not real strong. Hopefully the fuzzy is going to take out the noise. My first shot of this opening didn't go very well because I didn't have the noise canceling turned on. So anyway, this episode's going to involve the 066 Magnum, the perfect stick. We're going to roll this bad boy on. It's 10 inches in diameter. He doesn't care about the bark on the outside. He said it'll actually give him some character. And I actually just called him and I said, hey, I'm out here. I'm going to set the perfect stick at 3 1/4 so that you have a solid 3-inch piece. And I said, I will make them as straight as I possibly can. He said, that sounds great. I said, 4-inch just sounds too deep for an ashtray. I think 3-inch would be great. And then he's, like I said, he's going to hand carve the center out with hammers, chisels, carving knives, whatever, and hand finish these. So he said, I'd like at least 5. So he goes, I'll gladly pay you. So we settled on a price. And I said, listen, Matt, if you're going to set these up, if I'm going to set these up to do this, let's make 10. And this piece that I have here was part of a land clearing job, literally in the back of my development. I got talking to the guys. They were clearing some property. They had a monster cherry tree, so I asked them for a couple of lengths. And they cut me these 2 4-footers. And I'm going to roll this onto a pallet to keep it off the ground. We're going to get the Magnum warmed up and get my muffs on, and we'll get right back to you. So stick around. guys. So that was pretty quick. I realized at the end the chain on the Magnums just about shot. I should have looked at it before I started cutting. I've got off camera here to the right, I've got some mulberry lengths left over from my last couple of episodes that are begging to be cut down. So at least I got through these 10. I'm gonna toss these in a wheelbarrow, and they came out pretty damn straight considering. Matt said if they had a little bit of a taper, it was no big deal. He wasn't gonna be bothered by it. It would actually give them some character. But with the cherry bark holding on here, these, I think they're gonna look pretty cool. He's gonna hand carve the centers of these out. There's, 6 to 7 inches of heartwood here, and then maybe 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches of sapwood around the outside. So he's gonna hog out the centers, hand carve them, finish them, and then put some kind of a high temperature sealer inside so that the cigars won't burn through the sealer. He's got some crazy ideas. I can't wait to see these when they get, he gets the first one done. I think he's got to prototype one and show it to his boss. And he'll put some little radiused grooves around the top to lay the cigars on, and finish one off and present it to his boss. And then his boss is going to allow him to sell them in the shop. So nothing like beautiful cherry cookies on a Sunday morning. So there's 10 of them here. I literally have a 12-inch piece left, and I've got another 4-footer here that's kind of splintered at the other end. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with that. I'll probably take that splintered piece off and chunk it up and use it for smoker chunks. And this other piece I may leave in the round, and I may leave this 12-incher just in the odd chance that Matt comes back and asks me for some more. I would hate to run this through the splitter and make smoking splits out of it and then have him say, hey, can you get me a couple more of those pieces? So I'm gonna hang on to these. I'm gonna leave them on a pallet. These were cut, like I said, back in November. There's still plenty of moisture in here. You can really feel it. So I'm gonna get these to him early this week. I'll swing by his property and drop them off, and encourage him to get working on these before they dry out too much, because I would hate to see them start to dry and check and crack. If he gets them sealed or starts to remove the centers and gets going on a few of these, I think his boss is going to be pleasantly surprised. I can't wait to see what they look like. But again, as I said in the intro, I'm going to share a few of Matt's creations, a couple of his photos here. After I finish this segment, I'll put a couple of pictures on to show you what Matt's been doing with his hand-carved creations. And that's going to basically do it for this one, guys. I'm going to finish this episode off. Thanks a lot for watching. And as I always say, you can make big fires out of small wood, but you can't make small fires out of big wood. So get outside, get cutting, get something split, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody.